Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me at the fantastic Swanlands fishery on quite an overcast day on Chestnut. We're on peg number 8, and what we are doing today is testing out the Garbolino UK5 power carp. Now obviously you've seen most likely seen my unboxing. Today what we're going to do is show you it out at each length, as we always do, give it a waggle around, show you the different top kits in action. Hopefully we'll have some down the edge later on. At the moment we're going to be fishing, I've been fishing sort of on the track line at top 2 plus 2, and that's where I've seemed to be catching the most. It's been a bit of a bizarre day, but I feel that they'll start to come on as the day progresses. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to put on the different sections and show you a little bit about the pole itself before we start to fish it. So obviously if you've seen the unboxing, that's great. If you've not seen the unboxing, then definitely go give that a try. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to take off my rig and this little cad pop, just so we get an idea of just the pole itself. It's quite windy actually today, but I think we'll be absolutely fine, even at distance. So this kit that's in first, just break that off, is one of the power kits that comes with. This is the match power kits, and it's, you know, it's super solid. You know, I've already had some good fish on it today. I've got a Garbolino 14 to 16 in there. It's a bit loose because it's been getting its test. They already come pre-drilled. It looks like it's a roller, but they're patented, so it's not a roller, but it is a really smooth bush that's in there. And also it comes pre-bushed at the top with an internal, and you know, that's ready to go. We'll show you the shorter kits in a minute. You get 3 of these in the kit, plus 2 of the power short kits for the margins, which we'll go into. So the number 3 section, that comes with a PTFE sort of style foam bush in there, and that's just a nose cone to stop when you're shipping it in and bashing and chipping, as that's obviously the section you take the most ammo by putting on that number top kit onto that number 3 every time. So as you'd imagine with most poles, it's got the alignment system on there, and I've just bought some, I've just got working with a company to get some nose cones to fit in each section, so we'll talk about those when they come. What I do like is this reinforced carbon fiber wrap in like a purpley blue. Looks really nice, and it not only does it work in fact for when your strength of taking off your joints, it also shows you where all your joints are when you can see them at distance and things like that, so it makes breaking down really quick and easy. So we're going to set it up at 13 meters to start off with. Now this is 13 meters with the dolly button, and it is so stiff, honestly, so stiff, and the wall strength feels so strong. The Garbolino UK5 on the sort of 11.5, 12 meter section, and then obviously the main section with the main graphics and the Carp Match on there, and we've also got the little mini reverser section on there, and we have got quite a bit of a crosswind, but as you can see, so we get it out one-handed, easy to control, super. And I mean it is light. There's, you know, there's other poles that are lighter on the market, but it's perfect for me. I can fish shallow easily at that distance. And if you want to stiffen it up even more, what we'll do is just quickly show you, there's carp swirling out there. I'll quickly show you the different top kits. So like I was saying, they're the power kits, and then these ones here, I might as well leave this on, but these are the short margin power kits, and these are insane. Like, they're absolutely tiny, 1.8 meters, and these are again the side bushed, and again they're pre-bushed at the other end, reinforced as you'd imagine. And these they do make it very stiff. A lot of time for down the margins is when people obviously are going to use them, but also with them being white and short. A lot of people will use them for F1s as well, I'm sure. Oh, I can just see one on the surface there. Just moved out of my way, otherwise I'm going to drop that on its head and see if it took it. But yeah, as you'd imagine, it makes it really stiff with these white tips on. A lot stiffer. I won't say a lot stiffer, but definitely stiffer than when you have the normal longer ones on, but still, you know, super easy to use. And like if you're fishing shallow, for example, easy to flick over. You'd have no problem there whatsoever fishing that at that length. What I'll do is I'll bring it back. I'm going to pull this bush off, this end bung, and reversible, and this we'll plug that into the 11 meter section when we get back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off bit by bit, just to sort of show you the differences. So as you can see, even just with that last section off, it's light and it's certainly stiff. I'm just going to take that little bit of thingy off. So that reversible one goes in the end of this as well, like I was saying. As you were having that for the 13, you can also stick it in the 11.5 meter section, and you know, as you'd imagine, super strong, super stiff, and you know, lovely to hold. Even 13, and this one's obviously about 12 meters now, 11.5. It's easy to flick over, and the other kits are just as easy. I did actually get a match kit in this as well. They're not side bushed. They are a puller bung, but the only problem is obviously I've got the nose cone in this. I can't actually do that, so it's currently in the shed. So we'll just take another section off, and you can see it only gets stiffer and stiffer as you pull those sections off, and lighter, as you would imagine with any pole. But what I do like is the wall strength is really, you know, it feels substantial when you got it in your hand. You know, it really does feel strong, and certainly when you got like this shallow kit here, just flicking that over, it just straightens itself out so quickly and so easily, responsive, especially with these short kits on as well. I mean, to be honest, the main kits aren't bad. You know, they're super stiff enough. They're a little bit longer than a normal than normal kits would be, power kits. But you know, I'm sort of getting used to a little bit more length of them, and you know, I find them, you know, just as easy to use, no problems whatsoever. So what we'll do is I'll ship back to what I were fishing on before, and we'll just put that kit back on. We'll put that back on. I'll just show you actually before I do that. I'll show you the cupping kit. So like I was saying in the video, the cupping kit is probably one of the strongest and sturdiest cupping kits I've ever used. It's unbelievably stiff, and like even if you sort of putting that on, in fact I'll put a bit of bait on this line that I've got going at the moment, and you know, put a little bit of bait on that line, and I'll show you. Just I'm going to put a little bits. I've been feeling just little chunks of paste and pellets on this line when I'm fishing single corn over it, and like you see, it's not a full pot, but I mean, it just stays. It's so rigid, it's so stiff. That cupping kit, it really is a good cupping kit, and you get two cups with that. This is the bigger one. It's about 250 mil, and the other one is about 100 mil, and you know, both perfectly capable of carrying that bait out. And we're just going to put this one back on, and we'll see if there's anything sat down there. We've had a few carp on that line, and the little cheeky skimmers have started turn up, so we'll see if there's any carp hanging about. Like I say, we'll be giving this a test down the edge hopefully later on as well today. I'll put that little bait pot on. There we go. So I like to have this one just fastened up to get on my rollers, so I can just get the corn on nice and easy. Like I was saying, I'm fishing a single corn. It's a simple rig. We've got a 0.5 skimmer float with a wire stem on it, and it's a nice long bristle. We've got a nice strung out bulk. Got a 6-inch hook link with a size 16 KK&B, and it's a strung out bulk of 7 number 9s, and just goes a really nice steady fall, pulls the float down nice, and just a really positive presentation. We've also got a back shot because we've been getting swirling and crosswinds and towards us, and then it's changed direction on us, so we have had a little bit of wind issue, so we've got that little back shot on just to stabilize the float a little. I've got an acrobatic skimmer on there, and that was a very positive lift bite. And that's what I mean, that even with being aimed as a carp pole, with it being that match element of it, you still can hit those fast bites like that up biter there from that skimmer. Just in that bottom lip. It's not a bad fish at all. It's getting back. It's a bit giddy. And we're going to repeat that. We're going to have a few goes and just hope that there's maybe some carp drop there, and then we'll see if we can have something a little bit better stamp on that line, and then that'll hopefully sort of give you an idea of the strength of these sort of carp match kits, and we'll then hopefully open it up down the edge with a little margin kits, and hopefully put a few in the net. And they are usually in Swanlands a very good stamp when you catch them down the edge, so fingers crossed. See that fish there swirling down when they're lowering in that bait. There we go. Feels a little bit better. Nice fast bite. I never trust these fish on this pond, because I had one earlier on, and as soon as I got it close in, it decided to go right round the other side. Just keeping that pole low, so there's a good chance that they scream off these carp. Don't feel like a particularly big one, but all welcome in the net. Nearly. You can see that it's a beautiful action on this top kit. Just trying to get his head up now, and this lovely control, and this Garbo elastic's great. Love this Garbo elastic. There we go. That's tamed him in no time. Sometimes those long kits are good for that. You can just get over top of him a little bit. Just see where he's rolled under. Easy tiger. Let's see where you're hooked. Perfectly in that scissors. See if we can lift him up on here, lean and mean one. This one, 3 or 4 pounds. Still a beautiful little torpedo of a common. What we'll do is we'll get the camera, we'll get this edge baited up, we'll get that camera switch round, and we'll see if we can test out these little top kits and have some more down the edge.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Right guys, so you can see the kit that I've got. I've got quite a long lash on this because I just want to flick it down out of the way, and I'm close enough to strike it to keep the tension on it, but it just keeps my tip out of the way of unsuspected fish. We've got a really sort of about a foot, just over a foot, and you know it's not deep here at all. I found a flat bit of a base. I'm just going to load that single corn in. We just fed some mixture of 4s and 6s. Now, very important when you fish on your top kit, even though these are really strong and it's got a 16 to 18 solid in this, it is a stretchy midi elastic, but that we've got this here which has got the number 3 and the number 4 attached to it, just so I can lift that off and stick this on if I need to. We've obviously been the corner to my right, can very easily decide that they want to go around that corner. Sometimes I go double corn, but I've gone single corn today. Keep trickling those pellets in. I've seen fish coming in and out, and I've just left it for sort of 15 minutes or so. Into a fish from down the edge. Just put an extra section on, guys, to get it around this corner. I don't think it's a massive one, this one. Just a little common. You can see how strong these little margin kits are, and because they're short, they don't have a lot of elastic in as well, so you can get them up and in the net pretty easily. There it goes. With not a lot of hassle. And for the stamping here, that's quite a small one, but it's still probably around 4 pounds. Let's see if we get the play ball. Easy tiger. Still got plenty of beans left in him. So around 4 pounds, maybe a little bit bigger, but they have plenty of fight in them, the fish at Swanlands. And straight back down, head down to get back down to that food. And then just give myself a dry off, guys, and we'll get another bait on and see if we can have another. So we're going, I do understand double corn, but I do find single corn just works for me. Maybe you guys have different results and you prefer double corn. Let me know in the comments. I just seem to do better with single. And I'm just dropping it down the side of this little banking, thrown a little bit of the left of what my paste was, and as well as a few bits of pelleting corn down there, and that sailed away pretty sharpish, that did. And that's only a baby. There's some real big ones in here. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll be getting into those double figure fish. Into another fish. Go hold him hard on this one. This is gonna test the top kit out. Ooh, that is testing it out. Oh, but it's held it, and that's what you want these carp poles to do. Hook into these fish and give us some hammer, because that we're really trying to get down that corner. They're absolutely going for it with that. Get it onto these top kits. So strong, these top kits, and just allows you to bring that fish in nice and steady. Nice fish, nice common, angry common. And these kits are just so good. They're probably the best margin kits I've ever used. They're unbelievably strong. Like, when you got it in your hand, they're so light, but they just feel so solid. It's unreal, because I could just pull a bus in. I mean, that fish went full go for down there, and we just leant into it, and it just came back. And it's a good fish. It's, you know, we're not playing with babies here. These are good fish. These, you got to gear up. You know, we've got 019 Gen Pro to an 018 Gen Pro uplink, and to a size 12 KKMB. So we're not messing about. Size 12 single corn. Just absolute power, these fish. And it just gets it under so much control and so much power that these fish have. You can just lean on these kits. Don't get me wrong, you've got to gear up your stuff and your elastic to cope with it as well. But like, I remember, like, you get fish like this on your old kits, and you know, like with 4 pullers, and you were talking half an hour to get these kind of fishing, sometimes longer. I mean, you know, it's 5 minutes or less, and you got these fish in your net. And you know, this is not a double, I don't think, but he's, oh no, actually, it might be. If he's not, he's damn close. And that hook just perfectly inside the mouth. And you know, she's just beautiful fish. Let's see if he behaves himself. You know what I mean? I mean, what more do you want from a carp pole? Absolute solid, rigid, and an absolute animal tamer. We're into a fish now. Just moved to the corner so I could just, the fish were just settling off this corner, and that's where I've just used an extra section. As you can see, they're super strong, these kits. That fish is a good fish, not silly, but a good fish, and is can go nowhere. Just holding that tip low, and the power, using the elastic, using the power of the kit. Still trying to go, but still holding it low to the water. Oh, it's a nice fish actually. It's a really good fish actually. Better than what I thought it was. And no drama whatsoever with these kits. Just super strong. No need to absolutely rag its head off. Just keep that angle, keep it nice and low. There's not a lot of elastic in here, so you can keep control a lot easier and tying up a lot easier. I don't want to bully it though. It's a good fish. Fish like this are good weight builders, and we don't want to just roll underneath it. Let's reverse him. That's a good fish. That's a lovely fish. Definitely into double figures. I'll just see if he's going to calm down, and we'll give him a lift up. And this is the kind of fish why we buy carp poles. We have these amazing fish like this that we can catch down the edge, absolute wedge of a fish, and these carp poles can handle them just super easy. No drama whatsoever on that fish, and he's in the net and he's ours. And that's what it's all about, and this is why I wanted to get a carp pole, try something different. A lot of my fishing is carp fishing, and you know, fish like that are what I'm aiming to target to catch, and I want something super strong, and especially with these margin power kits. Just as you see, just tame that. Didn't go off a million mile an hour over there. He's into double figures and he's in his net within a few minutes. You could have pulled him harder if I wanted to, which I didn't want to. You know, it's just a great pole, a great all-round pole. I know when I do these reviews, I say that this is a good pole, that's a good pole. Now, it's always, I enjoy the information of when you come back to me and ask these questions. Like when I buy the poles, I do tend to go for what feels best. So, and a lot of the time I'm not going to say this is negative unless it is. But it's not the lightest pole I've had at 13 meters, but I'm not expecting it to be. It's a carp pole. They're slightly heavier than normal poles, just due to the weight and the strength that they're putting into them. But it's super fishable at 13 meters, and it's you know, it's not heavy and super strong. And it's a brand I've never thought of getting into. As you can see, I've got the box as well, and you know, I'm really impressed with it. And that's like I did with the browning. I never went to look for a browning, and you end up with these sort of things. And you know, it's sometimes better than what you think. Following the main brands all the time, it doesn't always have to be the way. You can try out, be different, and have a look at this Garbolino UK range, because it's fantastic. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this has given you a little bit of information about the pole that can help you decide if you're looking at these kind of things. If you want to ask me any questions, you know, just send the comments, or find me on social media at Angling for You on Facebook, or Angling_for You on Instagram, and just ask us any questions that you want to ask about things, or send me personal messages over Facebook. That's not a problem. So yeah, it's hopefully been a nice and easy one to watch, and I'm going to go and continue and hopefully have some more fish. So thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, put that bell icon on, it'll notify you when we do the next upload, and check out his other pole reviews on the tab on the YouTube. And thanks a lot. Until the next one, ta-lance.